boy, good pee-pee. Right, so we're out here this morning with Mr. Fenn. Just gonna practice some tone training and some recall and responsiveness. Want to try to build a good positive association with it in him. Because he's sound sensitive, I actually don't have it on him to start off with. I just have it right here. Um, and what we want to try to do is, well, we might actually need the remote too. Hold on. Take two. Okay. Well, that might be important to have. So it's good to know that different remotes will have different feature sets. So it's good to read the manual and play with it beforehand, so that way you're more comfortable and familiar with its functions. This one, for example, the tone has different levels, but the different levels, dial that back down to 1. There you go. The different levels actually have different sounds, right? Whereas for the vibration, it's actually strength or a double vibration. And then for the static, that's just actually just the level itself of intensity. So just gonna start off with the default first beep and see how sensitive he is to it. The goal is for him to hear it and then look for us and maybe add in some recall for a treat or a reward. Just gonna be some classical conditioning and training, very much so like a dinner bell. We just want him to hear the sound and look for us and come back to us. Yes, good boy, come. Very good. So at first, I'm gonna have a treat ready. Good boy. So at first, I'm gonna have a treat ready. He's gonna hear the sound, but not sure what to do. So it's our job at that point to help him learn what to do. All we did there was just give him that recall command, and we just do that over and over again until he bridges that connection together for himself. And the way that we'll know that he understands is when we just beep it and we don't have to ask him to come back. He just comes back on his own. Especially with exercises like this, it's good to have a little bit of extra room. So we have him on the freedom leash. Just want to make sure that you are mindful of your surroundings and everything else while you're practicing with him. And we got some distractions and stuff too. And be sure that you know how to properly lock and use it, as well as, of course, making sure not to touch the rope. Good boy. Good job, big guy. Very good job. So he sees the pups over there, and he just came back on his own. Still wants to say hi. Oh, hi, how you doing? We got another pup coming up here too. Hi. He's a little frightened from the trash can. It's okay. Good boy. Hi. Oh. Wait. We'll see if this person wants to meet or not too. He's gonna be a little bit on the shy side, so we want to try to build up his confidence when meeting new pups. Good boy. Wait. Hi, how you doing? Good. Do they want to say hi? He's a little on the shy side, so we're trying to get him used to it. He just like runs away most of the time. But he's very friendly. Yeah. Oh, oh. Yeah, I can tell. This is Fenn. This is Fenn. And who's this guy?
Dobby.
Hi, Dobby. Hi. Oh, you are big. It's okay, big guy. I know. It's okay.
Do you want to say hello?
The sudden movements. It's okay. There you go. See? There you go. Good job. Oh, good job. So well behaved for how excited you are. Wow, they're big.
Yeah. That's really big. About 70 pounds, super
Whoa.
friendly, always wants to say hello.
Good job. Aw. It was nice meeting you guys.
You guys have a good walk.
Thank you, you too. Good job, big guy. Good boy. See, it wasn't so bad. Huh? Good job. Okay. It's important whenever you are out here socializing with them to try to seize as many of those good opportunities as you can. Just that way, sometimes it's like a numbers game. You know, the more pups that he meets and find out that are friendly and aren't something to be afraid of, the more relaxed he can be and less hesitant. And sometimes it's just they're gonna be their default personality, right? Where they're always kind of gonna be a little bit initially apprehensive. But the only way to know, especially since he's still so young, is to try everything that we can to put the odds in his favor and help to make him more comfortable in those uncomfortable situations, especially since there really isn't any kind of threat there, right? It's just the kind of the suddenness of their movements and their size maybe that overwhelms him temporarily, but he got over it pretty quickly, so that was good. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and let him sniff again. I'll release the leash. Do this again from a distance. So especially in the beginning, we always want to give praise and help out and reward, and then eventually as he does better, the way that we can kind of wean off of having to treat every time is to recall him, then have him do a couple more tasks, and then give him a treat or a reward after completion of a series of events, as opposed to just one task at a time. But in the beginning, especially to kind of really build that twitch response and good habits, we want to try to do it every time and help make it consistent for him. Don't want him to start guessing if he's going to get a reward or praise or acknowledgement or anything like that when he completes a new task. We want him to feel good and like look forward to hearing the beep so he can do that task. Yes, good boy. Right? Good boy. That was good. So he definitely like paused real quick, turned to redirect his attention and focus, and then I showed him to treat down. So instead of asking him to come, kind of placing my hand where that heel is, to kind of signal for him to return. We want to try to do all these things to help him for the response to be automatic and as recall focused as possible without hopefully micromanaging it all the time and cutting it off. So here's going to be another good instance, right? Because they don't want them in their yard here. Yes, come. Very good. Yes, I had to help him out a little bit there, but that's okay. He still paused when he heard it and he still came by. Some pups build the association right away. Some pups it might take a while, and some pups, like I said, especially with him, he's being very sound sensitive. And the reason why I started the collar on me as opposed to on him is that I didn't want it to be too much and to startle him. Maybe if I had a collar which you could kind of turn the tone or volume down, then that would be a good option. But because I can't, to make it a little bit quieter and easier, I just have him further away when I trigger it. See if he comes back all on his own. Yes, very good. And then he gets a reward. Good job, big guy. Very good. So he's doing really well so far. Gonna give him some freedom, let him move around, smell and explore, and then when we need him back, good boy. We'll go ahead and practice and get some treats. We'll do a couple rounds in, give him a break, and then we'll do his brother's turn. And the reason why I always want to try to start off nice and slow and easy like this at first is because we really want to use the collar to just help get their attention and not really as any kind of corrective or punishment device. Chasing after a little fly. Very good. Oh, good job, big guy. Good boy. Good boy. Good pee-pee. Alright, so we're out here for Mr. Tier's turn. Gonna do the same thing that we did with his brother and just try to get him a good positive association with the tone and coming back to us for treats. It might be a little bit harder because he doesn't tend to wander so far, which is fine. We'll still kind of work the same exercise and reward him. I also want to see how sensitive he is to the tone and how quickly he'll be able to respond to it. Good boy. Good job. So we got him on the freedom leash again. There we go. Want him to kind of get a little bit immersed in his environment and distracted by things, and then we'll trigger the tone on the collar, and we'll initiate the recall. Good boy. Good job. Checking in. Still kind of reward him periodically for checking in on his own. Good boy. Always marking that behavior and trying to our best to kind of continue it and encourage it, just because it's such a good habit for him to check in. Good boy. I know. What is that? What is that? You see that? What is that? I still have the collar on the leash itself as opposed to on him. And the perk of that too is that it's near me. The sound source is back here this way. Sometimes with pups too, when I start them with the collar on, I'll actually put the collar like behind the ear or on the top of the neck. So that way the sound is coming from behind them and helps with getting that initial response of just kind of turning around. Good boy, good potty. Yeah. It's a nice day out, so we're after our busy weekend of going all around again, we're gonna kind of take a good day to do basic drills, get them conditioned on the collar, and then maybe tomorrow we'll go back on some social outings and see if we can implement the collar to help with redirecting, especially when Fen wants to jump on somebody or something like that. Can use the beep either early, or we could use like a vibration to help get that physical sensation when he's thinking about it or doing it. And that is probably what we'll use either as like the negative marker or something to kind of break his excitement in those moments and have him calm down. Here we go. So we got, oh, hi. He hears me talking and checks in. Go ahead and try the beep now. Yes, come. Good boy. Good job. So same thing like with his brother. The sound definitely got his attention, and then we just executed the recall. And we're going to try to work backwards slowly, so that way he just hears the sound and comes back to us all on his own. I usually like to run the same course a couple of times over with the pups, so that way they still have some distractions, but it's all the same distractions. So sometimes if you're trying to teach them something new and the environment is too distracting or there's too much going on, it can be difficult for them to pay attention or absorb any part of the lesson. Whereas here, because we keep going around the same track, the smells become and environment become pretty familiar. And this is a usual walking path for us as well. So this time again, I'm just gonna go ahead and beep when he's further away and see what he does. So he got distracted by a pup there. Oh, there you go, good boy. But he came back all on his own. That was good. You notice there too, I didn't immediately trigger it again when he got distracted. I wanted to give him an opportunity and also to evaluate to see if he would actually work through that distraction himself and complete the task. And so that was really, really good, especially for his first time. Got another pup coming up front there. And you can tell here, it's not, there we go, good boy, right? With the distraction being a little bit harder there, it took him a little bit more time to pull himself away from it because he wants to say hi. Hi, how you doing? Right? Oh, I know. Good boy. Yes. Yeah, good boy. Right? Good boy. And in those cases where we can have something like the vibration to have a physical sensation help snap his focus out of it, or just more conditioning as well. So more practice hearing the tone and responding, or higher value treats